So money watches everyone and dries the skin right off your back and cleans the lining off your drawers and seeks to watch while you look back. Daisies watching maidens laugh while silver tries to win them back. Colours pass into the room, give the gold a mighty whack, 'cause life loves beauty.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna break left.
The stars
All right,
still
club's good.
shine.
Actually, you hit your ball right in the hole.
I look at you, I smile.
Play at 75 or?
No, you played 80. That's better. That's a good shot right there.
Sounded good.
Okay, right there, perfect. Right in line between those two pins.
From birth, innate abilities afford the majority of us the capacities to react to our surroundings. These reactions, in turn, allow us to draw conclusions that ultimately give us the power to decipher what we like from what we don't, and our successes from our failures. On the golf course, those same abilities are forced into overdrive. In these surroundings, deft touch and a feel for the game are demanded. But without a doubt, the most important sense in golf is sight, something Jeremy Poincenot plays without.
We can use one of the things as a classical scale of 20/20 being normal. When you get to 2200, the government says you're blind, you can't do most things. Jeremy's considerably worse than that. He is somewhere in the range of 21,000 or even a little worse than that.
And both eyes looking perfect.
Are you able to see the big E straight ahead?
No.
Okay. All right, I want you to please cover your left eye and look towards my face straight ahead. Do you see how many fingers I'm holding up?
No. To put it in perspective, it's kind of like putting your hands right in front of your face like this. And that's my vision. I mean, I have nothing right in front of me, but to somewhat see you, I have to look like this. And, I can use the top and bottom of my peripheral vision, and it was really tough.
When he turned 19, he thinks he had 20/20 vision. There was no problem. A couple weeks later, things were blurry. 3 weeks later, he was at the optometrist's office, and that's when the first eye was legally blind, and the second one was just starting to fail.
In less time than it took him to complete his third semester at college, Jeremy's previously unblemished vision was irreversibly damaged. In its place, the reality that he was about to start witnessing life from a whole different point of view.
I went Thanksgiving 2008, got an MRI done. They're like, okay, you don't have a brain tumor. And so I covered my left eye still, and I still can't see some things. It was still blurry in the center. Basically, in a 2-month span, I saw several doctors, was misdiagnosed with multiple diseases.
So that's when we were scrambling with the doctors, trying to find out, what could it be and rule it out. The problem is that what was really causing it is so rare that the doctors don't think to look for that. They look for everything else.
Ultimately, he was diagnosed with Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy, a painless, sudden loss of vision caused by a rare recessive gene that is passed from a mother to her children.
I have one distant relative who lost vision, and I'd seen her once for 2 days since she was legally blind. Other than that, I didn't know a single person in my life who was legally blind.
Well, you feel terrible because that's not what you hope for your kid. You have a kid who's just having fun, he's in college and having fun with his friends and everything, and to hear that he's gonna go blind is just devastating.
Why did I deserve this? Is kind of what I thought, what did I do wrong? And I would look back at my life and think, the past 19 years, what have I done wrong? I thought I've treated people with respect. I never cheated on the golf course. Did I really do something that bad that I deserve this?
Why vision? You've got these same genes, the same mitochondria in every cell in your body. Nobody's big toe drops off with this disease. It's just the optic nerve. It is this little ticking time bomb with the alarm set at about 20 years. By anybody's measure, it's a very rare disease. Maybe in the United States, there's a few hundred new cases per year.
It was about 4 months or so after it all happened that I talked to somebody who had had this happen to him decades ago. And he said, Lissa, what's really important for Jeremy's mental health is to keep him involved in life.
I've played sports growing up my whole life, soccer, baseball, basketball, you name it. And then started playing golf with my dad, and that was like our ritual, our bond.
Like it very much.
I got down to a 4 handicap, that was probably my best. I played competitively in junior golf tournaments, and I was a middle of the pack golfer. I mean, if there were 40 competitors, if I was top 20, that was a good event for me.
That's nice.
My mom was a saint, and she was looking on the internet all the time and trying to find out how to get me active again, and she found blind golf. I didn't know that there was such thing as blind golf. I mean, who does?
It's funny. For his Christmas 2008, I had a brand new set of irons for him, and then at Thanksgiving he got blind, so I still gave it to him. I said, you know, I don't know when you're gonna use them, but here's what I have for Christmas, and I don't think he used them for another 3 months.
I mean, coming from being a 4 handicap to wanting to try to play legally blind, I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to play as well. But I remember specifically going to the driving range with my dad. I hit a bucket of balls and I said, okay, if I miss one of these, I might not play again, because I was just kind of, I didn't want to embarrass myself. And I didn't miss any, so I definitely didn't hit great shots, but I didn't miss any. And I was like, okay, you know what? Some felt good.
In September of 2009, just months after Poinsino was regularly playing again, his parents suggested that he try his hand at competitive golf once more. Only this time around, he'd have company on the course.
The coolest thing about blind golf is it's a team sport. Golf in general is such an individual sport, but blind golf is a team sport, and that was so cool to hear. My mom said, okay, so there's blind golf associations, and you just need a coach, caddy, guide. And my dad said, I'll do it, and I thought, this is like the perfect scenario.
Like it? Don't be a wimp. The scary thing is blind golf is, you know, when I play golf, I hit the shot, whether it goes right, left, I mean, I'm responsible for it. Before I hit my ball, my heart's not pounding, it's gonna go somewhere, but before it hits the ball, every time it's like, you know, kind of scared. Like it very much. Spin high, about 15 feet right.
That felt really good.
Yeah. I just tell him, hey, you know, it felt good, it sounded good, but you know, your face was open or something, here's where the ball, and I have to tell him where the ball goes. I mean, he doesn't see it. Good job.
Where'd it end up?
It's on the right side on the green.
Okay. I've had to learn how to lean more on the feel side of golf. Trusting my dad, and then just kind of, okay, all I need to do is put the right swing on it. I can't focus on a bunker, I can't focus on the green or anything like that. I just focus on my swing and where he's lining me up.
Trust and teamwork earned the duo a spot at the 2010 World Blind Golf Championships in England. It was there, on the biggest stage in his newfound sport, that Jeremy tasted victory for the first time since losing his sight.
Our goal was just to have fun. We're in the second to last group going into the last day. We come in and shoot an 89. I find out that my dad and I are in a playoff for the win for the World Blind Golf Championships.
It was pretty tense. At the end of the day, when he was done and he learned he had to go to the playoff, he was like, oh God, again.
It was a par 4. There were 35 people surrounding the green coming to watch this finish.
I said, just put on the green and we'll 2-putt. Well, he hits it short. I'm like, okay, that's no problem. I'm like, inside I'm just like boiling.
My chipping was really good that whole day, and my dad stepped 5 yards ahead of me. I lined up to him, and he moved out of the way. I hit the shot, and we chipped it in. I wasn't expecting to chip in, and I hit that, and that happens, and I just kind of turn to my dad, and he just goes, it went in.
I'm in shock. I feel like I'm dreaming right now.
Hey, Papa. Hey.
That's incredible. I can't believe it.
You must be enormously proud of your guide. I get your guides very proud.
I'm
very
proud
of my player here.
That's my pops. That's my man.
Blind golf helped because he was back to the old times. You know, we used to play golf a lot. Well, now we play golf a lot. So He was more back to a normal life as he knew it before.
Great match.
Hey, did we have fun?
We had a blast.
Did that really go in?
It really
I can't believe I
Oh,
tried.
it's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
As a parent watching your child be successful, you get that chance as they're growing up. I've had the chance to do it twice because he had such a huge setback, and watching how much joy he takes in sport, it's fun to watch. It's exciting.
I feel like I'm still dreaming. It was fun. It was cool. Thank you.
Not everyone has a perfect life that's just like this at all times. There are going to be ups and downs every time, and we'd love for it to be up at all times, but when you do come to the downs, you know, it's how you handle yourself and how you handle that determine your happiness.